Bruce Lee was a groundbreaking actor, director, and martial arts expert known for his roles in movies such as The Chinese Connection and Enter the Dragon. Born in the United States before becoming a child actor in Hong Kong, he later returned to America and taught martial arts. In 1966, he began starring in the TV series The Green Hornet and later became a major box office draw. Shortly before the release of Enter the Dragon in 1973, he died at age 32 from a cerebral edema. Early life. Bruce Lee was born Lee Jun-fan on November 27, 1940, in San Francisco in both the hour and year of the dragon. His father, a Hong Kong opera singer named Lee Hoi-chin, moved with his mother, Grace Ho, and 3 children to the United States in 1939. Lee Jun-fan was born while his father was on tour in San Francisco. He received the name Bruce from a nurse at his birthing hospital, but his family never used it during his preschool years. The future star appeared in his first movie at the age of 3 months. He served as the stand-in for an American Baby in Golden Gate Girl, 1941. In the early 1940s, he moved back to Hong Kong, which was then occupied by the Japanese. Apparently a natural in front of the camera, Bruce appeared in roughly 20 movies as a child actor beginning in 1946. He also studied dance, winning Hong Kong's cha-cha competition, and also became known for his poetry. As a teenager, he was taunted by British students for his Chinese background and later joined a street gang. In 1953, he began to hone his passions into a discipline, studying Kung Fu, referred to as Gung Fu in Cantonese, under the tutelage of Master Yip Man. By the end of the decade, he moved back to the United States to live with family friends outside Seattle, initially taking up work as a dance instructor. Martial arts teacher. He finished high school in Edison, Washington, and subsequently enrolled as a philosophy major at the University of Washington. He also got a job teaching the Wing Chun martial arts style he had learned in Hong Kong to his fellow students and others. By 1964, he had married and opened his own school in Seattle. He and his wife, Linda, soon moved to California, where he opened 2 more schools in Oakland and Los Angeles. He mainly taught a style he called Jeet Kune Do, or the way of the intercepting fist. He was said to have deeply loved being an instructor and treated his students like a clan. He ultimately chose the world of cinema as a career to not unduly commercialize teaching. Movies and TV roles. He first gained a measure of celebrity with his role in the TV series The Green Hornet, which aired over 26 episodes from 1966 to 1967. In the show, based on a 1930s radio program, The Wiry, he displayed his acrobatic and theatrical fighting style as the Hornet's sidekick, Kato. He went on to make guest appearances in other TV shows such as Ironside, Longstreet, and the popular Batman series starring Adam West. One of his early movie roles as an adult came in 1969's Marlowe, starring James Garner as the notable detective created by author Raymond Chandler. The screenwriter for the film, Sterling Silliphant, was one of his martial arts students. Other he students included James Coburn, Steve McQueen, and Garner. The former martial arts teacher remained devoted to a variety of workouts and physical training activities. He stood just over 5 feet, 7 inches tall, and is said to have weighed around 145 pounds during the height of his acting career. After suffering a significant back injury, he spent part of his gradual recovery writing. He came up with the idea that became the basis for the Buddhist monk TV series Kung Fu. However, David Carradine got the starring role initially slated for he due to the belief that an Asian actor wouldn't pull in audiences as the lead. Confronted with a shortage of meaty roles and the prevalence of stereotypes regarding Asian performers, he left Los Angeles for Hong Kong in the summer of 1971. His family eventually joined him. In Hong Kong, the actor promptly signed a 2-movie contract. The first film was The Big Boss, known as Fists of Fury in the United States. The 1971 release featured he as a heroic factory worker who has sworn off fighting yet enters combat to confront a murderous drug smuggling operation. Combining his smooth Jeet Kune Do athleticism with the high-energy theatrics of his performance in The Green Hornet, he was the charismatic center of the movie, which set new box office records in Hong Kong. Those records were broken by his next film, Fist of Fury, also known as The Chinese Connection, in 1972. But like The Big Boss, the movie received poor reviews from some critics upon its stateside release. Enter the Dragon. By the end of 1972, he was a major movie star in Asia. He co-founded his own company, Concord Productions, with Raymond Chow, and released his first directorial feature, Return of the Dragon. Although he hadn't yet gained stardom in America, he was on the brink with his first major Hollywood project, Enter the Dragon. During filming, he is estimated to have weighed around 125 pounds. The 1973 movie was ultimately his final movie. With its posthumous release that August, Enter the Dragon cemented his status as a film icon. According to the American Film Institute, the movie had a budget of only $850,000, but has gone on to gross more than $2 billion worldwide since its release, with totals adjusted for inflation. Enter the Dragon influenced future action movies and fighting video games, and was selected for preservation in the Library of Congress's National Film Registry in 2004. He appeared on screen one final time in 1978 with the completion of Game of Death, a project he began producing and directing years prior in 1972. The movie notably features a fight scene with him and NBA legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. How did Bruce Lee die? On July 20th, 1973, just 1 month before the premiere of Enter the Dragon, he died in Hong Kong at age 32. The official cause of his utterly unexpected death was a cerebral edema. According to an autopsy, the fatal brain swelling was caused by a strange reaction to a prescription painkiller he was reportedly taking for a back injury. Controversy surrounded his death from the beginning, as some claimed he had been murdered. There was also the belief that he might have been cursed, a conclusion driven by his obsession that he would have an early death. In any case, he has left a lasting legacy. His Hollywood breakthrough helped pave the way for broader depictions of Asian Americans in cinema and created a whole new breed of action hero, a mold filled with varying degrees of success by actors like Chuck Norris, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Steven Seagal, and Jackie Chan. He continues to be a revered martial artist, too. His daughter, Shannon, was largely involved in the 2011 update of her father's instructional guide, Tao of Jeet Kune Do. His life has been depicted in the 1993 movie Dragon. The Bruce Lee story, based on his wife Linda's 1975 memoir, and the 2009 documentary How Bruce Lee Changed the World. In the summer of 2013, the Hong Kong Heritage Museum opened the Bruce Lee Kung Fu Art Life exhibition. His funeral was held in Hong Kong. He is buried at Lakeview Cemetery in Seattle beside his son, Brandon. According to the Seattle Times, his first martial arts school in the city, the Jun-fan Kung Fu Institute, pays tribute to the action star yearly with a ceremony at his gravesite.